We're live.
Okay, welcome to the page here. My name is Chris Farcher. I have Brian Kaplan with me. We're going to teach you some incredible methods of getting traffic. I'm really excited to share this stuff with you. By the end of these short little videos here, you very well have the potential to make well over $10,000 a month. And I'm going to get into that because honestly, I'm really excited to be here with you, Brian, because I've known, it's different when you know somebody and you watch them go, get into marketing, basically struggle, go through, those ups and those downs, but then ultimately, where Brian has landed at the end of this thing is incredible. You have well surpassed me in this game at this point. So I'm really excited to just share a ton of different stuff with you and let Brian really get into some of his traffic methods and techniques, which he's going to actually show you everything. So what I like to do when we start webinars is make sure that you have cleared all your distractions. If you're in a busy room, you got Facebook, Skype, shut that stuff down. This way, you can really pay attention if you're serious and you really want to make extra money online. This is the time. Not always do you get somebody who's going to share, their secrets and their tips. So let's just clear that out, get it out. You can even get a notepad out so you can take down a little bit of notes. And for anybody that's on here, I know there's going to be a lot of people that know myself or know Brian, but I'm sure there's people that are landing on this page or just checking out the webinar, and you may not even know who I am. So my name is Chris Farcher. I've been a professional internet marketer for 8 years, coming on to 9 years. My first 2 years, I struggled. I put a lot of time and effort, and I didn't make a ton of money. I did make money online, but it really was the last 6 years I've consistently made over $100,000 online from the computer. So that may be a great income to some people. Other people, it may be, that may not compare to your income out in the world. But either way, I'm confident in my ability to help people know how to make money from the computer. I've built many systems, softwares, and really throughout that process, that's where I've met you, Brian. We got hooked up in a few different things. I was kind of helping teach and train Brian a couple things. I'll let you get into that in a minute. But so basically, I have an extensive background in different marketing, advertising techniques, websites and systems, and anything from helping somebody who's a complete beginner to really helping people that are at a professional level. But this webinar is really going to be based on the fact that you're going to get some information that it has blown me away because Brian has went from a place where he was not making an incredible amount of money online, and now I forget where you're at now. I think at one point you made like $42,000 in a month.
I've done better. I've done better than that, actually.
Okay, well there you go. So he's made over $42,000 in a single month, and you're actually going to get to learn and see all of that live by the end of this webinar. So at this point, I'm going to let Brian jump on here, kind of give your introduction, let people know about you and kind of a little bit of your journey, and then I'll jump back in.
Thanks, Chris. Again, like Chris had said, my name is Brian Kaplan, and I've been an entrepreneur ever since really that anytime I can remember. I've from when I was a little kid, but when I got out of college, I was able to luckily fall into a couple retail type stores. They were franchises, and I did very, very well. At a young age, I was making good money, 250, 350,000 a year. Biggest problem was it just had headaches that went along with it. It was, like everything, you're always going to have headaches. You're going to have employee headaches. You're going to have customer headaches, constant, complaints, that sort of thing. But, with the rewards were great. But fast forward, to 2008, and I was offered a 7-figure buyout. So I took that buyout, which was fine. But the problem is I really had no plan B. I didn't have a resume. I'd never really had a job, as far as like working for somebody else. So I was able to try and start a couple other businesses. that guess what? They failed. So the grass isn't always greener, as I quickly learned. That leads me to where I kind of am now, and I had to end up going and getting a job. So, hey, Chris,
Yeah.
I'm getting a real bad feedback from. Can you mute yours?
Oh, my bad.
Yep.
There we go.
So you can. Okay, perfect. That's a lot better. All right. So that leads me to where I am now. I got a job, and I had that job for about 3 years. As of this moment, I am job free, but that leads me into kind of how I met Chris. I was a guy that was used to making 250, 300,000, and all of a sudden I get a job. And, I was 38, 39 years old at the time, and I wasn't going to get a job that was going to pay me that. I had no experience, but I still had the lifestyle of someone who made that kind of money. So let's just say that with bonuses and everything, I made like $90,000 with my job. Not terrible, but not the way that I wanted to live. So what did I do? Like a lot of other people, I turned to the internet. I said, there's got to be a better way. Got to get back to what I was doing. And I came across Chris, I think just through a Google search of make money online or something like that, which kind of shows you that I was able to find him on Google. So it kind of shows you what his abilities are. But regardless, I was like, oh my God, this is it. I found it. I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to make this happen. I went through tons and tons of struggles with that. Obviously in the real world, you advertise, people walk in your door, you have, you get customers. With this, you're trying to, the whole world of driving traffic to a website, to a capture page, and then, following up with them. And in the internet world, it's definitely a challenge. I was never really good at building rapport virtually. It was just a hard thing for me to do, blogging and trying to do all these different things, blogging and websites and SEO and blah, blah, blah. And I just couldn't do it. I mean, I don't want to say I failed miserably. That's a horrible word. I learned a lot, and it was an expensive lesson. So anyways, about June of 2014, so just over a year ago is the time we're shooting this, I had just gotten back on my job. I did a lot of road trips. So I had just gotten back from a road trip where it was a Friday. I was frustrated, like always, coming back. And I got a call from somebody. And he said to me, hey, you got to go check this out. I said, check what out? He told me, he goes, this is this amazing system. And you can make all kinds of money. And he told me he made like 42,000 his first month. And bottom line was, that was great. This guy was an experienced, seasoned marketer. And I said, you know what? That's great for you. How in the world am I ever going to do it? I don't have a list. I don't have a following. I don't have any of that stuff. He says to me, you don't need it. You don't need it. I did 25,000 of the 45,000 was off complete cold traffic. So I went, I watched a video. I called him up the next day. I said, all right, what do I got to do? I'm in. Now, fast forward to where we're sitting here today. It's at the time of this, we're talking, it's rolling into the holiday time of the year here, 2015, and I have earned real close to just about $1 million doing what doing this deal. And it's not rocket science. The best part is you don't have to blog. You don't have to drive traffic. You don't have to worry about search engine optimization. This is just a simple formula. It's the laws of mass marketing. Putting something in front of enough people's eyes, and you're going to make conversions. So that's a little bit about me and where I'm at. And Chris, I'll turn it back over to you.
All right. Yeah, you might just have to mute out too. This way, just a microphone button at the top. This way, I don't pop through with an echo. Yeah, I mean, it's impressive. It's impressive to see. Your story relates with a lot of people. I mean, I work with a wide variety of people. A lot of people come from offline to online, and it's just a whole different animal. And it's difficult to really transition your brain. And what I'm most impressed with is that a lot of the things that I guess the seasoned marketers or the veterans that build these lists and followings do, you've kind of created your own way. And is it fair to say that anybody could do what you're doing? Oh,
Yeah, for sure. Anybody can do it. I mean, if I could do it, anybody could do it. If it's just like anything though. You have to have a drive, you have to have a desire, you have to have, there's a certain degree of mindset because just like anything that's new, there's always, the ability, it's always easier to do nothing, but if you do nothing, you get nothing. So,
Right. Well, when there's $42,000 a month or more on the line, I
my
think that
my best month ever was 91 grand.
$91,000. So this is a real opportunity for the the beginner to the most advanced person. Brian's telling you that and I can be a testimonial for this because I've watched him struggle in other companies. I've witnessed him pay big gurus, $5,000 to go down to their house and to learn things from them. So I've seen him in places where, he was just trying to figure it all out. And now he has his own methods and techniques. And what he's sharing is that basically you can be someone that has failed forever, but if you just follow this plan and you do, in the next video that we have, because we're probably going to hang this one up soon, but the next video you're going to actually get to witness and watch. I don't know if it'll go through all of it, but it'll go through most of it. You're going to see the setup, learn how to do it, and you can literally copy exactly what he's doing. And for me, it's just, if you follow and copy people that are having big results, you should have those results as well. So, so it's really exciting that you're gonna to share that with people. At this point, I think that, I don't want the video to go too long here. I do appreciate everybody coming on here. I know you guys got busy days. If video 2 is available, you just click, you can go there, you can click that, you can go right into the next video. And on that video, Brian is probably going to be showing you the setup, showing you how to get moving with this, and really start basically getting leads and potential big buying customers. Brian, if you want to just hang us up here, then
Okay.
we can close.